According to the World Wildlife Fund, overfishing occurs when more fish are caught than the population can replace through natural production. In 2006, a study published in the journal called Science predicted that if fish rates continue, all of the world's fisheries will collapse by the year 2048. Increased volume of fishing activity worldwide is having a detrimental effect on the health of the oceans as a whole. Other species and habitat that share the same ecosystem are affected when commercially valuable species are overexploited. Targeted fishing of top predators such as billfish, sharks, and tuna eventually disrupts marine communities, causing a bloom in population of smaller marine animals at the bottom of the food chain. As a result, there are severe impacts to the rest of the marine ecosystem. Overfishing remains a threat to the social and economic welfare of many countries, especially those where fishing is a central element in their traditional diet. The decline of fish stocks in coastal waters due to overfishing and illegal fishing activities is making this vital resource much less accessible for some of the world's poorest citizens. Overfishing is closely tied to bycatch, which is another serious marine threat that causes the needless loss of billions of fish.
One of the most serious effects of overfishing is the enormous amount of bycatch it generates. Bycatch is fish unintentionally caught while fishing for other types of fish. Bycatch often dies during the fishing process and as such is usually wasted. The amount of bycatch varies by fishery, with some being remarkably wasteful, such as shrimp throwing. The average bycatch ratio worldwide is estimated to be 0.32 metric tons of discarded fish for every metric ton of fish used by humans. Basically, for every 3 pounds of fish caught, 1 pound goes to waste as bycatch. Common fishing methods that are associated with high levels of bycatch include gill netting, which uses enormous mesh nets to capture fish, long lining, where very long fishing lines that sometimes stretch for miles are baited with literally millions of hooks, dredging, which is when the seafloor is dug up to capture scallops, clams, oysters, and salt. Bycatch can severely affect the marine environment, especially if it occurs at unsustainable levels associated with overfishing. It impacts food webs, therefore affecting multiple species in an environment, possibly even the target species.
Many fisheries around the world throw away more fish than they keep. Some of the biggest culprits are shrimp fisheries. In some cases, it has been reported that for every pound of shrimp caught, up to 6 pounds of other species are discarded. In the Gulf of Mexico alone, shrimping boats average 28 kilograms or 1,350 organisms of bycatch per hour. But this doesn't include smaller fish and organisms. Shrimping can even affect larger organisms in the Gulf, such as sea turtles. All of the sea turtle species in the Gulf are currently endangered, and shrimping trawls have been targeted as a main source of sea turtle death. Trawling nets are the most common form of shrimp fishing. These nets are dragged across the ocean floor and destroy benthic habitats. Trawl nets also fish indiscriminately, catching whatever they scoop up as they are dragged behind the boat. The majority of the bycatch from shrimping are juvenile fish, not allowing the fish species to mature and reproduce. This inadvertent catch of species at a crucial life stage leads to less fish reaching reproductive age and being able to sustain populations.
To minimize bycatch, NOAA Fisheries developed and tested bycatch reduction devices, BRDs, which are installed in shrimp nets that provide a small opening in the top of the shrimp trawl for accidental catch to escape while retaining the shrimp to catch. This includes BRDs for large species such as turtles through turtle exclusion devices. Currently, only Florida and Texas require BRDs in the Gulf of Mexico. Creating, monitoring, and enforcing quotas are another way to reduce bycatch. Steps for successful fishing quotas include encouraging individual accountability, having small fleets, penalties for not following quota protocols, and having a small number of ports that can be monitored with ease. In addition, no-take zones now exist to protect high-risk areas, but are too small and scattered to be effective. A future goal should be to enforce more no-take zones to preserve the world's fisheries. Unless we take action now, the effects of bycatch will only continue to escalate and hurt our entire ecosystem.